You're not going to hear this from your doctor, but wild yam cream is not estrogen, and slathering it on your thighs like it's going to save your sex life is more wishful thinking than science. Stay with me, because we're blowing the lid off the herbal hype and diving into what actually works for smart, no BS women like you, who are done being sidelined by night sweats, brain fog, and hormonal chaos. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear is real, research-backed, and a little bit rebellious. Let's start with something rarely mentioned in wellness circles: hops extract. That's right, beer's sultry little sister might just be your new best friend. Hops contain 8-prenylnaringenin, one of the most potent phytoestrogens known. Studies have shown it helps reduce hot flashes and night sweats. But before you get too excited and start sipping craft IPAs like it's hormone therapy, know this: the medicinal benefits come from standardized extracts, not from your happy hour. Look for supplements that list the active compound and dosage, or you're wasting your money. And no, you can't DIY this with tea. This is science, not a Pinterest project. Moving on to black cohosh, which has been hailed as the queen of menopause herbs, but let's get real about what she actually does. Black cohosh doesn't raise estrogen, despite what internet health gurus love to claim. Instead, it seems to affect serotonin receptors in the brain, which in turn reduces the frequency and intensity of hot flashes. Translation: it messes with your thermostat, not your hormones, and that's a good thing if you're trying to avoid estrogen replacement. But fair warning, this herb is not for long-term use over a year, and if you've got liver issues, she's not the herb for you. Your liver is already working overtime. Don't add unnecessary drama. Now let's talk about something even more under the radar: Schisandra berry. If you haven't heard of it, don't feel bad. Most people haven't. This 5-flavor berry is a staple in traditional Chinese medicine and has been shown to improve mood, mental clarity, and energy in menopausal women. Schisandra isn't flashy, but she's consistent. And honey, after 45, consistency is the new sexy. Clinical trials in Korea showed reduced hot flashes, less fatigue, and improved sleep. It's adaptogenic too, so it supports your adrenal glands, which means fewer cortisol spikes and fewer emotional roller coasters. Feeling skeptical? Good. Let's keep the critical thinking rolling. Here's where things get juicy: Puraria mirifica, also known as quao crua. This Thai herb is rich in plant estrogens, so rich in fact that it's been used to enhance breast size and firmness. But that's not why we're here. What matters is that it's shown in multiple double-blind, placebo-controlled trials to significantly reduce menopause symptoms: hot flashes, vaginal dryness, even collagen loss. This one does mimic estrogen, so if you've had estrogen-sensitive cancers, skip it. But if you haven't and you're not on HRT, this could be a powerful addition. Just make sure the extract is standardized. Some brands are peddling powdered root with zero potency. If it doesn't say standardized to miroestrol, put it back on the shelf. Now let's address the elephant in the hormone lab: ashwagandha. Yes, the adaptogen du jour, but listen closely. For menopausal women, ashwagandha isn't just for stress. It modulates your HPA axis. That's your brain's command center for hormones. Chronic stress jacks your cortisol, and high cortisol is a menopause symptom multiplier. Insomnia, irritability, weight gain, all of it. Ashwagandha gently tells your adrenals to calm the hell down, and you get better sleep, more focus, and you stop wanting to throat punch people before coffee. Still with me? Good! Let's get a little controversial. Red clover, cue the eye rolls. It's been marketed to death as a natural estrogen. But here's what most people miss. Red clover contains isoflavones, which act as selective estrogen receptor modulators. Think of them like estrogen impersonators who only show up to certain parties, like your bones and your brain, not your breasts or uterus. That's actually a huge win. Studies are mixed, but when used in high enough doses and in the right form, hello, fermented extract, not loose tea, it can reduce hot flashes, improve bone density, and even improve HDL cholesterol. But it's not a miracle herb, and you need to give it time. This is the slow burn, not the quick fix. Now for a plot twist: sage. Yes, the stuff in your stuffing. But don't underestimate this kitchen herb. Sage leaf extract has been studied in European trials and shown to reduce hot flashes by up to 64% in 8 weeks. It works on your central nervous system and appears to balance acetylcholine levels. Fancy talk for it cools you off and sharpens your mind. Skip the dried culinary sage. You need a tincture or a capsule with clinically tested extract. It's also antimicrobial and memory supportive. Who knew Thanksgiving had your back? Now, if you're one of those women who feels like menopause came in and stole her libido like a thief in the night, allow me to introduce you to maca root. But not just any maca, gelatinized Peruvian maca, preferably the red or black variety. Maca doesn't contain phytoestrogens at all, yet it improves libido, stamina, and mood. How? Likely through its effect on dopamine and nitric oxide, the feel-good and blood flow duo. Women in multiple clinical studies reported feeling more sexually responsive and emotionally stable after just a few weeks. Maca isn't for everyone. Some people feel jittery, but if you're feeling flatlined in the pleasure department, this might be the spark. And because we don't gatekeep around here, let's talk motherwort. She's the herbal equivalent of your no-nonsense auntie who says what you're thinking but don't dare say out loud. Traditionally used for heart palpitations and anxiety, motherwort helps women who feel emotionally unhinged, weepy, ragey, or like they're crawling out of their skin. It's also mildly hypotensive, so if you're battling rising blood pressure along with your mood swings, she's got your back. Take her as a tincture. She's bitter and she's not here to be cute. But neither are you right now. You're here to feel whole again. Let's get practical. Here's how you build your own menopause herbal protocol like the grown and educated woman you are. Start with your primary symptoms. What's screaming the loudest? Hot flashes, sleep, mood, dryness? Choose 1 to 3 herbs based on your needs. Don't go full apothecary. More is not more. Use clinically studied dosages. That means checking labels, looking for standardization, and yes, Googling PubMed like a boss. Track your symptoms weekly. Use a notebook or an app, but be consistent. Adjust after 4 to 6 weeks. Tell your doctor what you're taking, especially if you're on meds. Not because you need permission, but because you're responsible. Now, before you run out to Whole Foods and max out your card on every herbal capsule in sight, remember, this is about being strategic, not desperate. You're not trying to be 25 again. You're trying to feel like yourself again, only wiser, clearer, and maybe even a little wilder. And girl, don't forget the basics. Hydration, magnesium, movement, sleep, boundaries, and joy. Herbs help, but the magic is in the daily choosing of your damn self. If this video made you feel seen, smarter, or even slightly rebellious in the best way, don't just keep it to yourself. Smash that like button like it's your last hot flash, and subscribe for more straight-talking, science-backed herbal empowerment. Your second act power surge is just getting started.